Do you ever feel like you're flying a plane and it's doomed? But pilot, you're on that weed. I am on that weed. I'm on that weed. Flying this plane. But I don't have any use of my hands. And I'm turned the wrong way. I'm turned the wrong way. And I said this on another video. I don't know if anybody caught it or not, but you look at my glasses, you don't see the rest of the plane, do you? Because it blew up. Blew up on the tarmac. Just fucking blew up. The cockpit scooted forward and then came to rest. So I'm turned around looking to see if there's any passengers left. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm also trying to solve some other problems. Let's look for another pilot. I kind of just want to be one of those pilots with the, it looks like Amanda. Yes, back in the old days, when they flew these planes. What's in that? You go out to your plane, you fucking do the propeller, and it starts to go. Hey, that fucking propeller noise is loud. You can't hear nothing I'm saying. It's all garbled. It's sounds like it's about to blow up. Is that where you're at? You're over the desert? That's what it sounded like flying over Egypt in one of those single prop planes in World War I time. Be advised. That's cool, but it's just too much sound. Yeah, and they never take off. They never take off. They land and they barely lift off. They barely touch back down. It's all lies. I'm tired of the lies. I thought we've established this. I'm fucking tired of the lies. That's not enough. If you're gonna do it all the way right. You're fucking us. And then you're fucking yourself, dude. Of course you're in a loop. Of course. I don't want to be in a loop. I've been in a loop my whole life. You know what? I'm tired of it. What is Donald Trump says? I'm sick of it. What do we got here? Can we do this one? Oh, that's not going to work. Pardon me, I'm looking all like, I'm very, let's try this. All right, so what? Can we look around? Not really. It makes for good background, though. If it wouldn't just go into a continuous loop. You put that damn thing out. I gotta put, okay. Jesus Christ. When you have saved all your smoke parts that you, damn it. Sorry, I made a mistake. I want to be, underwater. Underwater. I don't want to be the shark. Will you put me underwater? An underwater world? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's close. I mean, I'll give it some. Put your shirt on. I'll put my shirt on. I'm sorry. I feel like a heathen. My mother used to call me a heathen. When she did, she was right. Just a little fucking heathen bastard. Which, if you're a pagan, you may take offense to that. And in light of recent events, I don't want to push any extra buttons. I don't want to push anybody's buttons. People aren't right now. People aren't right. Some of these kids, I talked to my uncle and he said, it's because America doesn't have, this is the only time in the world where you had people that don't have God. And I thought about that for a second. And that may be. Although I think there was further different times back, but he made the point that, people have always worshipped almost anything. Dag near anything. They've worshipped the stones. They've worshipped the trees. They'll worship the waves. And we've seen this. We've seen this. They worship their own faculties and scale the heights. That's what men do. But these are some real insensitive bastards that I hear. And their concepts, their colonizer, and all these words that they use that they don't have any real connection with. They did not come up with that situation on their own. They would not have come. You would not have come up with that on your own. Ute. You hear me, Ute? You wouldn't have. It took some fancy pants fucking academic scholar type commie fuck to indoctrinate you and get you to buy into that. You're buying into bullshit. You're buying into bullshit. Do I buy into it? No, I don't. I believe in God. And I believe there's a right way and a wrong way to be upon this earth. The wrong way, clearly, is to break down. They already had beef. Those two countries had beef. But when you break the peace, however unsteady it is, it's on you. It's on you. Why do you think people could be fighting for so many thousands of years? It's because they've not failed to stop fighting. Do you understand? And if they made it 2 states in that place, it would be go time, because the Bible says, and the people will make the prophecy this way. They'll end up tearing down that Al-Aqsa Mosque up there to make the third temple. And for as much as I think it's ignorant to just tear up that beautiful mosque, it's a beautiful place. But in that spot, without the prophecy being fulfilled by the temple being there, and I don't know if they can be all next to each other. I don't know if they can be neighbors. I think that they should be able to be neighbors. But something just tells me that's not going to work. You know, I really don't think they should have put that mosque in the spot where the Jewish temple was. But don't get me wrong, I understand why they do that because of conquerors and colonizers. You know, Catholic Church just put their Catholic Church on top of all the sites of all the people that were here before because that's a power spot. It's a power spot. It's not mine. I wish we didn't have to fight over all this stuff, and I wish we weren't in the position to be having to have some of these crazy ass controversies that we have to have. But maybe we have to have them. Maybe we have to have them. You know, I know the way things ought to be. I know the way things could ideally be. But can you honestly tell me why they are not that way? Why don't they get why aren't they that way? What happens? Because along the way, human beings, mortals, have their whole mortality, the world, and physicality to contend with. And that makes life a race. You're already running the race, just trying to stay alive. So all this extra stuff, if there be a God, if there be a being that's free from this mortality and somehow creating it and sustaining it and being sustained from it also, perhaps. But if you made this being, I don't think you would need to be sustained by it. Honestly, I don't know. I have more question marks than anything else in regards to faith and spirituality and God. Because I know I don't know. I know what I've experienced. But that doesn't really help you or help me. Well, it helps me. Well, I share what I've experienced, and that's why I'm saying I think it's a lot more in your uh, the ball's in your court, being the person who has all these events going on. You have the capacity of all your wisdom of bearing upon all the experiences you bring to the table, having had, and with that, you can do a lot in the world for the time that you're here. Or just be like me. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea. Too soon?